Hello everybody and welcome back to Car Wash Magazine Live. I am your host Matt Wolf, Editor-in-Chief of Car Wash Magazine, and your host on this adventure we call Car Wash Magazine Live. So here we go, friends. It is 2022. It's a brand new year. Hopefully you've all had some time to reflect and recharge and reload a little bit, but just enough time that now you can leave that in the dust and power forward into 2022, because that's what we're doing. We've got the past 24 months or so of this program, we've spent lots of time bringing you great stories, lots of positive inspiration, ideas for your business, some terrible jokes or good jokes, depending on where you land on the spectrum of that. I think they're all amazing. And a lot of great content for you. Guess what? We're going to switch things up a little bit here in the new year because we've noticed some things, all right? So one of those things is that our time, all of our collective time, is super valuable, right? And so for you to spend the time with us, I really appreciate it. But we're going to make it easier for you to get the things you want and the tidbits that you need for your business faster. So we want to be respectful of that. We're going to take each of these episodes, we're going to give you the information you need as fast as we possibly can. And then once a month, we're still going to bring you those powerful panels. So we're going to make sure that you're seeing the the great marketing insights, the great talent management stuff. We're going to bring you some operational panels. We're going to bring that stuff to you in a concentrated format so that once a month you can make some time for it. You can set aside some time and tune in, and we can have a conversation around that and really get into it. But the rest of that time, we're giving you quick stuff. We're giving it to you in ways that you can digest it, and we're going to lead you toward other places where if you do have time, you can get some of that content. So for example, in today's show, I've got a rundown of things for you because guess what? While we may have been recharging a little bit, this industry is not slowing down, friends, and it was busy over the break. Right, the break. So we've got a little bit of a news angle for you here, and then I've got a super quick conversation that I want to share with you that you can get the rest of a little bit later. So, real quick, can you even take it that we are back in my studio office here? This is Car Wash Magazine Live Studios, live from Minneapolis. Thanks for joining us. This week, here are some headlines for you. So, here's what's going on. Crew Car Wash. Oh, okay, we all know Crew and Mike's and that whole family. Crew was honored as Best Place to Work by Glassdoor, so that's pretty awesome. That's a really good thing to stick in your cap, especially right now as we're all trying to find great people and get them to come work with us. So kudos to Crew Car Wash for that. Obviously, we've got lots of acquisition and openings going on, so Mammoth Holdings, they continue to go gangbusters. Congratulations to them. So does Magnolia Wash Holdings. We're going to learn more about their story here in an upcoming show. We're going to have them on and talk to them. Love Car Wash, you may have seen some of this news. They're coming on to the market very hot. Lots of acquisition activity coming from them. We're going to talk to them on a future program as well. Quick Quack seems to be picking up some steam here in 2022 so far. Champion Express continues their expansion. See if you can say this 10 times fast. Express Wash Concepts, they also continue to grow, and they're doing some great things in their community. In one of their recent openings, they raised more than $10,000 for the community there, so kudos to them. And then on the supplier side, we've got one little bit of news for you. There's lots of news going on, but Suds has partnered with Retention Express. All right, so and they do exactly what they say. They help you retain customers. So they're going to be looking at some new offerings coming down the pipe that way. Now, hello to all my friends out there. Hey, Tom Tilford, good to see you back. Hey, Kate Almanza, good to see you. Glad everybody's joining us. We're going to do a quick conversation here for you in just a second. This was a conversation we had at the Car Wash Show in Las Vegas. Guess what? We're going to do these again coming up in May. I know it's a quick turnaround in terms of having the two shows so fast, but lots of value for you, lots of great content coming. If there's something that you want to see as we put these panels together and as we bring these people to share their stories with you live at the Car Wash Show in Nashville, May 9 through 11, make sure you let me know, mdewolf@carwash.org, or post in the comments below, and we'll make sure that we get that content covered for you. So, without further ado, let's take you back a little bit here to a little bit of a brand conversation that we had at the Car Wash Show 2021. In a recent ICA consumer study, only 39% of customers know the name of their car wash. So you might think, well, that's not very good. Maybe I just need to put car wash on the side of my building and not have a brand. We're going to argue that that's a great opportunity for you to build brand recognition, to build customer loyalty, and to make your business better. So let's get into brand, because oftentimes we like to think that brand is a logo, and brand is colors, and brand is pretty things. It's sort of that. That's a component of brand. So let's start with a little bit of brand definition. I want to hear each of your all's approach to this, because people have come at this a little different way. And let's start with Olivia. If you could just kind of share your approach to branding.
I think that branding is pretty much the foundation of your business. There's a lot of different components to it. The marketing and the logo part is great, but if you don't have your team and everyone on site carrying your vision out day to day, it kind of means nothing. So it's your mission, your vision, the experience that you're giving the customers, and then of course your name and your logo is the creative, fun part of it that you can, disseminate everywhere and get customers that way.
Yes, excellent. How about you, Justin?
Yeah, so I think the kind of the brand and the logo and all the stuff that's more visual is just kind of a physical manifestation of the root of what branding really is, and that I think it's your culture. I think it just goes back to who you are as a company, how you treat people. And so, yeah, I think it is an important distinction to note, though, that it's not, that marketing and branding are different, right? So marketing is the activity, PR, social media, advertising, all the stuff that goes into it, that you're trying to persuade someone to take an action on something, right? That's marketing. But branding is people's gut feeling about you when they see your logo or when they hear somebody talk about you. It's what they feel inside.
Excellent. Ann, how about you?
I mean, reinforcing what my colleagues up here have said, it really is a culmination of multiple aspects of your business strategy. So when you're approaching your brand, and if you're really starting out and building that, it's what do you want to put out into the community that you can sustain for a long time? This needs to be something that it becomes the DNA of your organization that you can even use to make decisions, business decisions about. So as they said, it's how do you want people to feel? How do you want your employees to feel, your customers to feel? And those kinds of things really help you understand what it is you're trying to articulate with that brand that you're putting out there for people to see, feel, and again, even down to your employees. So there's the fun part, the trade dress, how it looks. That's the logo, the graphics, all those components. But that really is a changing part. And your brand, because you can evolve that over time, but the brand itself really needs to be something that you can come back to as your touchstone for the longevity of your business.
And the thing with brand is, right, like, it's how you show up every day. I mean, it's pretty simple. How do you show up every day? Are you consistent in what you do? Are you consistent in the experience you provide? And are you showing up in a way that reflects those values that you put in that pamphlet that you give to the new employees, and you say, this is what we're all about? Are you all about that? And are you showing up like that every day? So that's really the crux of it. I want to get into a little bit about who cares? Why does it matter? Like, why do we need brands? 39% of customers will remember the name of their wash. I'm going to put car wash on it. Ann, you want to start?
The answer to who cares is your customer does. Even if we're in a situation where maybe 39% remember a car wash brand, your consumers are making choices every day on where to spend their discretionary income. And if it comes down to the car wash on the corner of First and Main or Soapy Joe's, we want them to come to Soapy Joe's because there's a third choice, which is I'm not getting a car wash today. And they could decide to spend that on a latte at Starbucks because they know that experience. So we think brand is incredibly important, as it is something that in the backplane of consumers' mind is really fueling their choices on how they spend their day, their money, and we want that experience to come through, and we want to be that choice.
Excellent. Justin, how about you?
Hopefully you guys care. I care. Hopefully we all care about our brand because you cannot outmarket a bad brand, right? You can have some flash in the pan sales stuff that's nice right now and puts a little money in the bank. But if you're trying to build something long term, which I think a lot of the people with the quality of our industry are trying to build something big, I don't think you can do that without a strong brand. I don't know if now is a good time to talk about Ritz-Carlton, but I really want to talk about Ritz-Carlton. So Ritz-Carlton is a little bit of my brand crush. All right, so they spend $0 on marketing every year, but they're one of the most recognizable luxury hotel brands in the world, right? And so if you get to thinking about that, it's really absurd. Like they do not advertise their hotel at all, because I advertise right now sitting on this stage for their brand right now, because I've stayed one time, but I'll never forget it. It was one of the best experiences. And so, yeah, they spend $0 on marketing, but what they do is they make their customers feel known, right? And so they remember their preferences. When they come back, they remember that somebody likes the sheets turned down beforehand, or they remember that they like this kind of drink when they checked in, or whatever it might be. They remember those things. And also they try to make you feel like family. And so they make you feel like you're at home as much as possible. And so I just think they've done an incredible job of spending $0 and making a lot of dollars.
Yeah, well, it's like paying attention to all the little details of the experience, which is what we're all trying to do with our washes. We want to make sure that the customer's having a great experience, and the Ritz is like this, right? They're really great at service. You've also got brands like Marriott, also really great at service in general. But I mean, these brands, they have a smell. Like, they literally manufactured a scent that is the Marriott scent. So it's the whole package. So, okay, let's come down to Olivia here. Tell me, why does it matter for you? Who cares?
Well, first off, it comes from, ownership. You have to care the most because the customers will see that. It goes you, your employees. If customers can sense that there's something off there and neither of those people are happy, then they're not going to be happy. You should treat them, like your friend or anyone else that you would, and they're just going to buy into the brand. They don't want to be, told things that they don't understand about the car wash lingo that we use. They just want, a good experience, and they want something that is involved in the community, and it's not just, I have to go get my car washed. It should be, I love going to the car wash, and I think that that's something that hasn't always been that way.
Yeah, I love that. You mentioned something in that that I think is an entirely different panel, but it's this concept of using insider jargon, right, to market our products. We'll put that on another panel because I think that that's really important for us to think about in terms of if I'm the customer, I don't really care or know what ceramic is. So you don't need to tell me that. You don't need to educate me on ceramic. You need to call it something really simple that I understand, like Super Shine. Oh, all right, that's cool. I'll buy that. So anyway, I digress. I have lots of passion points around this subject. So. All right, friends, so that's just a little taste of the kind of content that we have available for you. We've got, I can't come back to this show and not have like the first one have a moment where I don't have audio. Full disclosure, I did have to restart everything right before we got going. So new year, new show, sort of, same sort of challenges that we run into with live programming on a week-to-week basis. Now, really love the conversation that started there with our friends on that marketing panel. That full conversation, you can get that on our YouTube channel. Right now, it's part of the full day of programming that we did stream from the Car Wash Show 2021. I'm about to release that, about to drop it as a podcast episode, audio only for you this afternoon. So if you're subscribing to Car Wash the Podcast, wherever you consume that content, you can get that audio version of the full conversation to enlighten yourself later this afternoon. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be a typical model for us. We're going to put a lot of stuff into the podcast for you so you can really dive deep if you want to. And we're going to bring you highlights on this program to make sure that you can take some things and take them right back to your business right away. So I hope you guys and gals out there got something that was helpful out of that brief conversation. We're back as 2022. I can't get out of here without a joke. So, friends, really quickly, what is the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament? A live stream. Hey, there you go, friends. Take that into the weekend with you. And as always, when you're out there, there's just one thing that you've got to do, and that is keep it clean.